Apple is already working on a phone that could completely change what we think a smartphone should look like, not next week, not even this year. But in 2026, Apple is planning something really big. We're talking about the 20th anniversary iPhone. And the early details are actually pretty wild. Today, we're going to break down everything we know so far about Apple's plans for 2026 and beyond. From 2 anniversary iPhone models to a second-generation foldable iPhone to chips built on brand new technology. There's a lot to cover, so let's get into it. The 20th anniversary iPhone is real, and it's coming. So first, let's talk about what's actually being reported here. Bloomberg's Mark Gurman, who has a very strong track record with Apple leaks, is now saying that Apple is actively ramping up work on the 20th anniversary iPhone. This phone is expected to launch in 2026, and it is not going to be a small update. Apple is reportedly planning a completely new design that could set the tone for iPhones for years to come. We're talking about a phone that looks like nothing Apple has made before. Now, you might be thinking, why is the 20th anniversary such a big deal? Well, the original iPhone launched in 2007. So 2027 would technically be the 20th year. But Apple is apparently planning to celebrate that milestone in 2026, getting ahead of it. Think of it like how Apple released the iPhone X in 2017 to celebrate 10 years of iPhone. That phone completely changed the design of iPhones for years. This next anniversary phone is expected to do the same thing, but on an even bigger scale. 2 models, not one. Here's something that a lot of people didn't expect. There won't just be one anniversary iPhone. There will be 2. These 2 phones are internally codenamed V73 and V74. And they're expected to come in sizes similar to the iPhone 18 Pro and the iPhone 18 Pro Max. Right now, the iPhone 17 Pro models measure around 6.3 inches and 6.9 inches. The iPhone 18 Pro models launching this fall are expected to be the same size. So that gives us a pretty good idea of what the anniversary iPhones might look like in terms of screen size. The smaller model around 6.3 inches and a larger model around 6.9 inches. This is actually different from what happened in 2017. Back then, Apple released the iPhone X as a special one-off, alongside the more traditional iPhone 8 and iPhone 8 Plus. So there were really 2 tiers of phones that year. It seems like Apple is not planning to do that this time. Instead, the anniversary iPhones would replace the Pro lineup entirely. That also suggests there might not be an iPhone 19 Pro model next year. The anniversary phones would be the top tier. The design is going to be something else, okay? So let's talk about what these phones are actually going to look like. Because this is where things get really interesting. Multiple reports, including this latest one from Gurman, point to a completely new design. The phone is said to have curved glass that wraps around all 4 edges of the device. So instead of the flat, sharp edges we're used to, the glass curves inward on all sides. The goal of this design is to hide the metal frame that runs around the outside of every iPhone right now. When you combine that with a glass back panel, the result is that the phone looks almost entirely made of glass. There's no visible frame, no sharp edges, just smooth, continuous glass. Picture picking up a phone that feels like you're holding a solid piece of glass. That's the kind of look Apple seems to be going for here. What about the front camera and Face ID? Now here's a question a lot of iPhone fans have been asking for years. Will Apple ever put the camera and Face ID under the display? Right now, the dynamic island sits at the top of the screen. It houses the front camera and the Face ID sensors. But if the anniversary iPhone is supposed to have a completely clean, uninterrupted screen, something has to change. Reports suggest Apple may be planning to move both the front camera and Face ID sensors under the display. This would remove any cutout or notch at the top of the screen entirely. Imagine a phone where you look at the front and all you see is a screen. No hole, no pill shape, just edge-to-edge glass. It would make the whole all-glass look complete. Now, reports have gone back and forth on this. Under-display cameras have historically had image quality issues, but if any company has the resources to solve that problem, it's Apple. Other features worth talking about beyond the design, there are a few other features that have been mentioned in early rumors. First, solid-state buttons. Instead of physical buttons that actually click, Apple may use buttons that don't move at all. You press them and feel a vibration from a haptic motor, similar to how the home button worked on older iPhones. This could make the phone more durable since there are fewer moving parts. Second, a stronger version of ceramic shield on the front glass. Apple has been using ceramic shield since the iPhone 12, and each version has been tougher than the last. The anniversary iPhone's version is expected to be even more resistant to drops and scratches. Third, a 6,000 mAh battery. Current iPhones top out around 4,000 to 4,500 mAh. A 6,000 mAh battery would be a massive jump and could mean significantly longer battery life throughout the day. The chip inside, A21, codenamed Naxos. All three of the big phones launching in 2026, the two anniversary iPhones and the second generation Foldable, are expected to run on the same chip. It's called the A21, and Apple is internally referring to it by the codename Naxos. This chip will be built on a 2nm process. To put that in perspective, the iPhone 18 Pro models launching this fall will be the first iPhones to use 2nm chips with the A20 Pro. So by 2026, Apple will have had a full year or more to refine and improve what they can do with 2nm technology. That should mean faster performance, better power efficiency, and stronger capabilities for things like AI features. The second generation foldable iPhone, so Apple's first foldable iPhone, is expected to launch later this year. And apparently, Apple is already working on a second version for 2026. This second generation foldable, internally codenamed V78, will share the same A21 chip as the anniversary iPhones. The fact that Apple is already thinking about the second foldable before the first one is even out tells us something important. Apple is treating the foldable iPhone as a serious, long-term product category, not a one-time experiment. This suggests we could see a new foldable iPhone every single year, just like the main iPhone lineup. Not much else is known about the second foldable yet, and that's expected. We'll likely hear more about it after the first foldable ships. Looking further ahead, 2028 and the A22 Pro Gurman's report also gives us a brief look at what comes after 2026. Starting with the A22 Pro chip, which is expected in 2028, Apple plans to move to 1.4nm production technology. That's another step down from 2nm, meaning even more performance and efficiency gains. The 2028 iPhone lineup might include an iPhone 21 Pro, an iPhone 21 Pro Max, and possibly a third-generation foldable. But honestly, that's still a long way off. A lot can change between now and then. For now, 2026 is the year to watch. What this means for you if you're someone who upgrades their phone every year or two, you might want to think about timing. The iPhone 18 Pro, which is coming this fall, looks like a strong update. New chip, same great form factor. But if you can hold out, the anniversary iPhones could be worth the wait. A completely new design. Under-display camera possibly. Longer battery life. Stronger glass. It's shaping up to be a genuinely significant moment for the iPhone lineup. Now I want to hear from you. Are you excited about the anniversary iPhone? Or do you think Apple needs to actually show it before you believe the hype? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, give it a like. It really does help more people find the channel. Also, if you want to stay updated on all things Apple, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We cover every major Apple rumor and news story as it breaks. Look, Apple has had some really big moments over the years. The original iPhone in 2007, the iPhone X in 2017. If these reports are accurate, the iPhone 20 in 2026 could be the next one of those moments. The completely new design, new chip, under-display everything. Two models, a foldable alongside it. It's a lot coming at once, and Apple appears to be serious about making it count. We'll keep watching as more details come out. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.